Hello, everybody. There's another one of the videos in the series of Demystifying Business Central. We recently published a video on just roles. What are the user roles, and maybe how do you set them or change them? We'll go one level deeper here and maybe show you how you can actually customize those roles. So should have my screen already shared, and we had looked at a user, my user, in fact, logged in Rob S. Going into the cog or the gear into my settings, examining the role I happen to be set to account. I think we moved between a collector and an accountant or something on a prior video. And there you go. The role really just defines the home page and with the links or menu items that you most commonly use in the role of, well, in this case, account. That's great. You can change that to another. Let me just flick the list here. Maybe I'll change mine now to be in the staffing extension, one staff administrator. When I click OK, we've seen this on the other video. The browser refreshes. All of a sudden, I'm presented as a set of menus that more matches my staffing role. Now, since in this extension, it currently shows one staffing role, you may find in your business that if you're larger, maybe have more segregated workforce, maybe there's somebody that needs access to one staff entities, but their role is really entering timesheets and confirming or verifying timesheets. Well, what you can do is using the help, go into roles, profiles, it's roles again, and you can view them. This list is now, with me sort of as super user, I can see it all, but this list is generally the list that I saw when I went to change my role from collector to accountant and back and forth. And what you can also do now that I'm on the setup screen, not the change my role screen, but the actual setup screen, is I can go into one. I could see what's there, or I know what's there, and I could copy that to create a new one. So currently, one staff administrator with all kinds of ability or all kinds of menu options available. Now, I'm not restricting by security here, but I sure am changing what a user with the role of something other than administrator may see. So let me see that I am copying a role administrator. And I really want to change that to time entry. Administrator and really the same thing. One staff 365, time enterer, entry clerk. Don't love the term clerk, but let's call it that for now. And now I've created a new role. It's a 100% exact copy of the other role, one staff time administrator, because that's what I did at first. I copied it. Now, if I want to change that role, the landing page, what's presented when this user logs in, who happens to have time entry clerk as their role, I'm going to click on Customize Pages. The system launched a new browser, and I'm now in here on that user with that role, their page. And I can do things much like personalize, where maybe I only need access to new timesheets, I don't know, review the vendors as contractors, maybe the customers. But temporaries, we don't need them, so we hide that. So I have to unlock that, hide that. And you see it grays out when I hide it. Don't need direct hires, I'm going to hide that. Maybe I don't need to see placements when I get in there. I really only need, do I need assignments? I do not need assignments. Customers, new timesheets and timesheets. I think I should also have vendor there, but I can add that back with a bookmark later, as we saw on a prior video. Let me click OK. Okay, that customized up a new on staff administrator time entry clerk role. I can get out of there now. Close the tab that the system had launched when I went to customize the page, and I can go back to my main menu. You may or may not go back to your main menu. I'm just saying the user who now has this, it could be the one that's logged in, like I'm going to show it. It could be another user who logs in and it gets set to that role. Let me go to my settings, and at least in my example, because there's only one screen here, I'm only one person. I'm going to go to my settings. Instead of one staff administrator, I'm going to look up those other roles. And we now know we just created a custom one, time entry clerk. Same as on a prior video when I switched from accountant to collective, switching from one staff administrator in the staffing business to one staff time entry clerk. When I click OK and the browser refreshes, I should be presented with the screens that I left up there and not the placements and assignments and temporaries that I hid. It looks like I have a little more work to do. I should probably take away chart of accounts. Maybe or maybe not need purchase invoices for the vendors that are temporary contractors, but there's a little more work to do there. But you can see the change in role. The new custom role that I built has certainly changed the landing page for a user who uses the role time entry clerk. And that's the end of that video. Thanks for watching.